Today we're going to be putting the focus on Hot Wheels and Matchbox mainlines. We're going to crack a bunch of stuff open and take a close look at it. And we're going to kick things off with this 1970 Ford Torino. This is a 2018 or 2019 release from Hot Wheels, part of the, I believe this was called the Detroit Muscle series. This came out before I started collecting, I had never actually seen it in stores, but it's a very cool looking version of the Ford Torino, and I really like this casting. So we're gonna get this one out and take a quick look at it. It's very nice silver with some really cool tampo work on it. This lowered Torino is just a great version of this car. So we get a chrome front end. There's no headlights on these, and mostly chrome on the back end with no detail on the back. And looks like we've got a black interior, but we're not going to really be able to see much in there. It's pretty cool with these 5-spoke wheels on here. And this is actually a Hot Wheels casting that I really like with the bigger rear wheels. You know, obviously that kind of thing does work better on these muscle car castings than it does on some of the other releases where they have done it, where I would prefer that they didn't. But on this one, it works really well. And this is a very cool looking car. Love this one. This is a fairly new release. This is, I believe, a Walmart exclusive series in the U.S. So there's 5 vehicles in the series. We'll take a look at all of these. So we have the Unimog, the Jeepster, the Olds, Land Cruiser, and the Land Rover. I don't know what this is called. Maybe Mud Runners or something like that. Obviously, all of the vehicles are going to be this muddy theme with the brown tires to look dirty. So this is the Mercedes-Benz Unimog 1300. It's kind of a cool casting. Typically wouldn't be one of my favorites, but since I was picking up the whole series, I went ahead and grabbed this one. For some reason, I seem to fail to resist buying all of the vehicles in a series like this. It looks pretty cool. You know, it's got the nice mud splatters on the side with some racing kind of graphics on it. I'm not a huge fan of these wheels, and the brown tires are a little iffy for me. But you do get the Mercedes badge on the front, which is kind of cool, and nice cast-in winch and spare tires, and got some stuff there in the bed with the exhaust, and it's pretty cool looking release overall. Again, not really my favorite casting in the world. I do like Unimogs, just not so much this Hot Wheels one. This next one is the 67 Jeepster Commando. And so again, you can see the muddy theme on this one. And Eagle Motors livery on here with the nice mud splatters again. It's interesting you have a transparent roof there. I've never noticed that on this casting before. I think I probably only have one other version of this. The motorcycle on the back, which is crying out for some custom detail to be added to it, because it looks kind of silly the way that it is right there. But yeah, it's a Hot Wheels. You do get the detail on the front. So this one does have 4 tampo passes. So you have both sides in the hood and then the front, which is pretty cool. Definitely not a bad release. Another vehicle, it's not my favorite. This one I do really like though. The Olds 442 in this raised off-road version. I think it would look better with black tires, but it's the muddy theme that we're going for here, and it's a cool casting otherwise. Very colorful like that. No taillights, no headlights on it, although that's not really too bad on this one because you do get chrome, actually kind of a black chrome for the base, and it's just a kind of a cool looking silhouette to me for a car. And you do get 3 tampo passes on this one, side, top, or both sides on the top, which is pretty cool. Obviously, these off-road cars, or actually all of these that are raised off-road vehicles, these have this very chunky base structure, which compromises them a little bit, but pretty cool. But these off-road Hot Wheels, they're always my favorite thing to roll around on the desk, because they always roll so nicely and they can run over stuff. It's a fun thing. Oops, as I crash into these. All right, it's enough rolling that around on the desk. Then we have the Toyota Land Cruiser in green. And this looks to be a very nice release of this one. Kind of a matte green, two-tone. And this one actually looks really cool. The front end's pretty well done. Nice tampos on the front, and you got tampos all the way around. That's cool. I like that. So you actually got 5 tampo passes, which is, can't do much better than that on a the equivalent of a mainline Hot Wheel. Obviously, these are a little bit more expensive than mainlines, so they do seem to be doing a little better detail on them now. I think these cost $2 or something versus the $1 that a typical mainline would cost. But yeah, this one's cool. I like this one. Looks really good, even with the brown tires. Nice. And then the one I was most excited about, because I collect Land Rovers, so we have the 2015 Land Rover Defender Double Cab in black. And again, muddy theme with the brown tires. And you got tampos on the front, or at least for these lights, but nothing for the headlights. That's a little bit disappointing. You got some striping on the top, and then the mud and striping on the sides. And you do get rear detail. The back doesn't look too bad. The front end really could have used the detail on the headlights. That's a little bit disappointing. But otherwise, it's a pretty cool casting. We're going to see another version of this one here in just a minute. A little bit of an older release of it. So we'll be able to compare these and see how they old and new compare. But it's a kind of cool series. Not the best of these series, these like Walmart exclusives, or I always refer to them as Walmart exclusives. I don't know what the correct term for Hot Wheels overall is for those, but the special series that they put into Walmarts, I do like those. I can never resist them. I have to buy them when I find them, just because they always seem to be kind of cool. As are these. This is a Zamac release. This one is from 2020. It has copyright 2020, so it was probably a 2021 release. So the Land Rover Defender 90. So as I said, I collect Land Rovers, so I picked this one up in the collectibles shop. A little bit of an older release, and it's a Zamac release. So I think the original version of this one was in red, and it was also put out in another color, which I'm going to forget. But it looks pretty cool. This one is also a muddy release with brown tires. I did not arrange these so that they would go in this order, but it's a happy coincidence. This one, you just get tampos on the side, top, both sides and the top. Nothing on the front and nothing on the back. So that's a little bit disappointing, but it's cool. Cool release otherwise. I like that casting. And another Land Rover. I promise this is not all going to be Land Rovers, but as I mentioned, we have another version of this casting. So the 15 Land Rover Defender Double Cab. This one was from the Forza Motorsports series. This was a 5-car series. I never found this series in store. This was a 2019 release, so this would have probably been in stores in 2020, which would have been pandemic time, and I never saw this anywhere. And I always wanted to make sure I got this Land Rover. So I was happy to find it in the collectible shop. And now we can take a quick look at it. So Forza livery, kind of a angular camo type livery, I guess you might say. No detail at all on the front. No detail at all on the back. So you just get the side tampos and the top tampos. Nothing in the bed. So from that perspective, this is definitely a win. Even if you don't have full detail, at least you got something on the front. And then on the back, this is a clear winner. This looks much, much better. And actually, it's just overall, a better release, I think. But the Forza one's pretty cool. Not too bad. Not too bad at all. All right. A little bit newer, again, from, I believe this was from either B or C case. I have found very few cars from 2022 B or C case. I think I have maybe a couple. It's been very difficult to find. Saw a lot of A case, and then it skipped to, so this was the 73 BMW 3.0 Csl Race Car. Then it skipped to D case, as far as I can tell. This one I found in an Albertsons, so in a grocery store, not in a Target or Walmart. But it's a pretty cool casting. So looks like we have side tampos, top tampos, no rear tampo, and no front tampo. So it looks like the window piece gives you the front end, where the headlights are, and probably this strip in here as well, unless that's part of the interior. That may be from the interior, is poking through right there as well, so you get the multi-tone aspect of this. So it's a pretty cool car. This is the one out of the B and C case that I was looking for the most. So I was happy to find this one at least, even if I haven't found much else. So yeah, cool. Glad to finally get that one. Wasn't sure I was ever going to find it. And then another random find. This one is also from B case. So this does tell me that Walmart's did at least at one point get some B case in. So this is the only other B case car I have found. The Ford Focus RS in blue. And I think I only found this one because it was kind of tucked away in the grocery section of a Walmart. It's a casting I do like. This one's pretty bland. So you get side, top, both sides and top tampos, nothing on the back and nothing on the front. And this really needs the tampos on the front and the rear. It would look a lot better with those. White wheels. Yeah. So it's kind of cool, but it's hurt. It's really hurt by not having the tampos on it. And this came to me from Australia. So the 76 Greenwood Corvette came from Chris at CRA Diecast as part of the big box of stuff that he sent me. This is, I believe, an A case, B case car maybe. I'm not entirely sure. So the Greenwood Corvette in a black and yellow racing livery with some sponsorship logos on it, which is pretty cool. You got yellow windows, so you get kind of yellowed headlights on the front, which is pretty neat. No detail on the back, but you can see the Corvette body poking through there. With the big giant, fender flares that these Greenwood Corvettes had added on. It's kind of a funny car, the Corvette. You can see it in there, but it really gets lost in the bodywork because it was so dramatic. But it's a cool casting. I do like that one. And then another one from Chris, the 16 Cadillac Ats Vr. Another one I was really hoping to find. Never found this one in stores. So I was very happy that he sent me one. And a Nice metallic red front tampos with the window piece showing through for the headlights. The window piece is kind of cool. It's got these little rivet detail on it. That's kind of nice. And then you've got side tampo with a little bit of a racing livery, but no real detail on the back. Which on this one's okay. That one, it doesn't hurt it too badly because you do get the front, and that front would be really important. They didn't do the front on this casting; it wouldn't look very good at all. It is a little too bad that they didn't get anything on the wing, but it's okay. I do like that they got the Cadillac there on the base and the stripes and stuff there. It's pretty nice. Yeah. All right, cool. All right, next we have some Matchbox. So we have the Matchbox MBX Highway 2 5-pack. So this is a 2022 release 5-pack. And first we have the 1951 Hudson Hornet in a MBX Valley Sheriff livery. And this was the most important car to me out of this 5-pack because I collect Matchbox police cars. So I was very happy to see this one. It's a very cool release, but only tampos only on the sides. Looks like no top, no front, no rear. And your nice typical black and white police livery, but it would have been cool if they had done some kind of top tampo to give us some lights or some color these lights a little bit or something. That would have been nice, but not bad. And then we have the 2016 Chevy Camaro convertible in red with kind of a bronze wheel, black interior. You have kind of a disc steering wheel in there with not a whole lot of detail on it. But you do get, tampoed front, tampoed rear, nothing on the sides. But that's the thing that you really care about. So that's good to see. And it says Camaro on the license plate, which is excellent. So nice basic Camaro convertible release. Very cool. And then we have the 33 Ford Coupe. So kind of a hot-rodded version of the 33 Ford Coupe in a metallic or a pearl red, I guess you might say. It's kind of a flat finish, but it looks pretty nice. They seem to like to do a flat finish on this casting. I'm not really sure why. Although this one also has mud. Seems to be a popular trend today is to have muddy streaks on the cars. But they did not do the brown wheels on this one, so that is a win to me on this. This definitely would not look very good with brown wheels. Otherwise, it's a pretty cool release. I'm not the biggest fan of hot rod type vehicles, but they are fun to check out every once in a while. So then we have the 1971 Pontiac Firebird Formula. This is a really nice blue. It is like a pearl blue, but it's just a beautiful color. It doesn't come through on camera quite the same way as it does to the naked eye, but it looks really, really nice. So you do get front tampo work and rear tampo work on this one again. Nothing on the side or the top. Chrome interior, which is a little weird, but you've got to do that in order to get the chrome bumpers. And that's it. It's kind of, that's cool. It definitely looks good with the chrome bumpers, and you get a blue base, which is interesting. But yeah, this is cool. This is a very nice casting. This is the first version of this car of this casting that I've picked up, and it's a beautiful color. I really like the blue. And then the last one out of this 5-pack is the 1957 GMC Stepside in red with a kind of an anonymous logo on the side. I don't know what this is. It's like wheat or something with a moon. So interesting. So no detail on the front, no detail on the back. And you have a kind of a fake wood finish on the inside of the bed. And yeah, it's not a bad version of this pickup truck. But does this mean something in the Matchbox world? Most of the stuff they do seems to, so I'm sure that probably means something, and I just don't know what it is. So if you know it, let me know in the comments. All right. Now we have some newer cars, or, spaceship, as it may be. So this is from 2022 Diecast, the Uss Enterprise. Not most of the time I don't really go for these screen time releases where they've done like the Disney boat and that kind of stuff, but for the Star Trek Enterprise, that one I had to go for. So this is pretty cool. So it's metal here. The dish and this portion here is metal, and then these pieces here are plastic. And then it came with a little stand that it just sits in there. So this is a little nice piece to put on your desk if it stands up on this little stand, which I'm a little skeptical. Oh, there it goes. It sits there pretty well. So it's cool. So you do get tampo work on the top and then along here on the side, on both sides. And then this is what would be the base. So this is the manufacturing code that tells you when it was made. And it doesn't have any fit on the base. It sits on there kind of loose. So it's a little tricky to position that, but that's cool. That'll sit on my desk, and I will like that. So otherwise, more Diecast cars. The Custom 01 Acura Integra GSR in a metal flake green, and it's pretty cool looking. This is very, very shimmery green as the light reflects off of the metal flake in it. And you have side tampos and rear tampos, which actually look pretty good. Hot Wheels on the license plate. Not too bad of a job on the Acura logo, although it's maybe a little smudged. Yeah, maybe it's not as good as I was saying. Oh well. So side tampos, rear tampos, and no front tampos at all. But it's a cool color too. I really like this color. Yeah, very cool. Very cool. Then we have the 21 Ford Bronco, another muddy release. I had no idea I had so many muddy releases in this one. And I actually think the next one is a muddy release too. Wow. So the new two-door Ford Bronco. I like this casting. The wheels could be better, for sure. It'd be interesting to see if they do a premium version of this casting at some point. It would be nice. But it's a cool casting, and I do like the vehicle also. I think the new Broncos actually are a pretty cool vehicle. But so you have a front tampo and then side tampos, nothing on the back. And the brown off-road tires, again, to give you the muddy effect. But yeah, that's okay. Not my favorite version of that Bronco. And then, as I was saying, another muddy release, the Toyota Land Cruiser 80. And again, with the brown tires and mud on the side. I had no idea there was going to be so much mud in this video. These wheels look pretty cool though, with the gold. That's pretty neat. And the racing graphics are nice. You do get pretty well done front tampos, which look pretty good. Nothing on the back, so that looks really bland. I really could have used something, but you do get sides, both sides, and then the front, which is cool. And this is a cool release. I like this one. It's a pretty cool casting. I don't think I have another example of this yet. When did this one come out? It says 2020, so this is a fairly new release. I wonder if I have one. I don't think I do. I don't remember seeing this before. So cool. Very glad to have that one. This one is not a muddy release. So we have the Dodge Van HW Kart Co. So Hot Wheels Kart Co. This is Rio's Rides in a very nice purple color with a chrome interior and the go-kart in the back. So why did they do chrome interior? So you can get chrome bumpers on the front and the back. And so you get side tampos, Castrol and Hoosier livery there, which is cool, and front tampos, which looks nice. So very nice color again. Blue windows, which on this actually looks pretty good. It goes well with the purple color. Of course, I think clear windows probably would have gone perfectly well as well, but you know, you get what they decide to give you. So yeah, cool. And then my favorite vehicle out of this case, the 63 Studebaker Champ. This is also the Super Treasure Hunt, I believe, but the chances of me ever finding a Super Treasure Hunt are basically zero, and which, you know, is fortunate that I don't care about those things at all. But where I live, there is absolutely no chance that I will ever find one in a store. This is a very cool truck, though. I love Studebakers. I definitely collect various different Studebakers, mostly from Greenlight. But this one is, yeah, this is very cool. I do not have a version of this casting. So when did this come out? So it's 2021. So is this is this the first? No, this is not. This is not the release. It doesn't say new for 2022 on it. So, yeah, this looks really good. So it's kind of a racing livery on the side, and then you got the top tampo. Nothing on the front. Would love to see a version of this with the front and the rear done. Just a nice stock version. Although this is kind of a tuned style with the bed cover, and there's a little bit of a spoiler here on the back, so it is like a racing version of the truck. But it still would be really nice to see it with full detail on the front and the back. But yeah, awesome. Definitely my favorite of this of the D case so far. This one is new, and apparently the first version of this, and apparently this is a very popular casting. I've seen lots of pictures on Instagram of people who are hoarding these things for some reason. Looking at this, I've really got to wonder why that is. It does not look right to me. It looks like these wheels look way too big, and the truck just seems very oddly proportioned. Maybe I don't know what it's supposed. Maybe this is just how it looks, and I don't know what I'm talking about, which is very possible, because I am not super familiar with this vehicle. But anyway, you do get tampos on the front and tampos on the rear. Tacoma, which I think is is that cast in? No, can't tell. No, I think it is. Yeah, it is. It's cast in. Interesting. And then it has a tampo print on top of it, but it is actually part of the casting. But yeah, to me that yeah, it looks really weird. It just looks way out of proportion to me. But apparently it's a popular casting. It's definitely not my favorite out of this batch. 56 Ford F100 in the Moon Eyes Hot Wheels Body Shop livery in a flat red color. Pretty cool. Gray wheels. And a big chrome engine sticking out of the top there with a chrome interior, so you can get that chrome engine. Black base. So what do you get? You have tampos on the sides, nothing on the back, so just on the sides and the top. So this is a pretty cool looking release. It always pains me a little when the front isn't done, but yeah, it's not bad. I like it better than I expected. Yeah, pretty cool. Next, the Mazda Rx-7 in kind of a purplish color, I guess, or a blue. Yeah, it's blue. I like this. I like these graphics on the hood. That's really nice, and the side looks really good too. Nothing on the back, and then nothing really on the front, although this is a pop-up headlight car, so that's not really that big a deal. But yeah, this is a very cool looking version of this. I like this casting, and I like this graphic. Multi-tone blue and silverish, like a silver blue color. Yeah, this looks really good. Of course, it would look better if it had taillights, but you can't have everything for $1. All right. And then the 2009 Ford F-150. This is typically the kind of Hot Wheels casting that I would pass on. So like my comments on the Toyota truck, I have typically not been a huge fan of Hot Wheels trucks, and this is the reason why. Like, this one just really doesn't look all that great to me. It's not that I dislike trucks. I collect lots of trucks in premium brands. Greenlight particularly makes some excellent trucks, and Auto World as well. But with Hot Wheels, just they're so undersized most of the time, and some of them, the proportions and stuff are a little bit off, that I haven't really had much interest in them. But this one looked really good to me. I think just something about these big chrome wheels and the blue with the Goodyear logo and all of that just kind of worked. And so I thought this was a pretty cool release, and still think that it's a pretty cool release. So you get chrome in the bed, chrome interior, chrome on the front, chrome step side, or I don't know what you call this, running boards, chrome bumper on the back. Yeah, this is a good looking, for a Hot Wheels truck. This is a good looking release. I like it. Could have, of course, used headlight detail and a nice Ford logo there on the hood, but otherwise, for a mainline Hot Wheels, it's not bad at all. As I throw it on the floor. Sorry, Mr. Ford Truck. I did not mean to abuse you so. Then we have the Subaru Wrx Sti in what looks to be a very dark blue metallic with some kind of crazy pink and blue stripes across the hood and the sides, and no detail on the back and no detail on the front. This is another one of these castings, just like this Focus, where I really wish they would just do the front and the rear and lose the goofy graphics on the side. I don't think I'm sure they probably exist, and I just have never seen one. But none of the versions of this that I've seen have ever had that. This is a cool casting. I love this car, and I just wish it had, was cleaner. Tamples on the front, tamples on the back. That's all we need on this one. It'd be an awesome release. But this one's not bad. I mean, it looks pretty cool. It's a cool color. It's just really dark blue metallic, which is kind of nice. And the pink squigglies on it they're okay. I would have preferred headlights and taillights, but you can't have everything you want. All right, last one, the Ford Mustang Maki 1400. This is a very interesting car. It's a very interesting car in the real world too. Electric car, of course. Controversial to have a SUV, electric SUV with the Mustang name on it. And this is the souped up version of the Mustang, which I believe the 1400 signifies the amount of horsepower that the thing produces, which is just astonishing. But this is a really cool casting. It's kind of ugly and weird at the same time as being kind of awesome. It is, yeah, I think this is very cool. It has a nice cast-in logo there, screaming for a tampo on top of it to really bring it out, and a cast-in Maki in the base. Get the nice diffuser underneath, and plastic base. Obviously, you do get there's a tampo print on the front with a blue horse. Looks like it got maybe a little messed up, a little chip there or something. But, and then the tampo's on the side and on the top. So, yeah. This is a very cool casting. Definitely looking forward to seeing some other versions of these. And I think if I were looking to buy an electric SUV, I would definitely consider the regular version of this vehicle. And hopefully Hot Wheels will put out a non-souped up version of the Mustang Mach-E. They have certainly put out enough other Mustang castings, so it would be a great addition to have that included as well. So there we go. Thank you for watching.